Hello everyone and welcome to this very special session by Lawfren. Today we have with us someone truly inspiring, a name that's been in waves in Telegram after she secured All India Rank 6 in NLUO NAIT in a very first attempt. And please welcome today Kareena Rohira, future lawyer, ranker, and also role model for many aspiring students who are preparing for law entrances. Kareena, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. So huge congratulations on your incredible achievement. And
Thank you.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling after securing All India Rank 6 in NLUO NAIT?
I think I'm very happy when I got to know my results, and I always wanted to secure my rank in NLUs, and I finally got into it. So yes, I'm very thrilled about it.
So you did tell me that you had prepared for CLAT as well back in the days. So
Yes.
It must be a great feeling to get into NLU after your preparation. So must have given an attempt in 2022 if I'm not wrong, 22 or 21 if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I gave my attempt in 2022.
So that's great. That's great. And which other exams have you attempted this year apart from NLU and NAIT?
I gave CUT PG and MSAT.
Okay, yes. That's great. And what prompted you towards writing NLU and NAIT? Like, how did you come to know about this exam? Because this exam is unknown to the people in general. So it's a new exam, considerably a new exam. So how did you come to know about this?
Yeah. So earlier I know that NLS Bangalore has started this year LLB course, and so I was always in touch with the news which NLUs are starting. So yeah, when NLU Odisha started this course, I knew the from the legal account channels that yes, it started this exam. Yes, since as I said that earlier I was preparing during my bachelor's, I was preparing for this exam. So from initially I just got to know about this exam.
That's great. That's great. And when did you start preparing for NAIT? Because you told me that you have been preparing for other exams as well. So when did you exactly start preparing for NAIT?
So I think I didn't specifically prepare for this exam because as the pattern is very much similar with CUT, PG and MSAT. So initially I was preparing for CUT and MSAT, and I started my preparation from January onwards.
January onwards. Okay, that's great. Yeah. And did you follow any timetable for preparation, for example? Because this exam has 3 different subjects, right? GK, GS, and also current affairs. This as well, general reasoning as well. So how did you allot your time for the 3 sections? Because you told you prepared for CUT, not for this. So how did you allot time for CUT instead? So that would be a better question.
So I made sure that I'm studying current affairs daily because that's something that you should do in a constant manner. And I'm actually pretty good with logical reasoning. And so I decided to practice it a little bit concepts daily. And for English, I made sure that I'm reading a lot and doing vocabularies. Yes. And in the weekends, I used to practice the questions.
So how many hours you used to dedicate for preparation for all these exams?
I think I have college till 5. So I think I was able to give 3 hours.
3 hours a day.
3 hours a day.
That's great. And what were your sources for current affairs?
Okay, so I was aggressively following newspapers. I wasn't making the notes, but yes, I was reading editorials and the newspaper. So firstly, I did that. Secondly, I followed the monthly compendiums like so GK Today. GK Today has the great content, and they give you this monthly quizzes.
Yeah. And they're one-liners, so that's great.
One-liners, and I think NLU Odisha they don't ask the questions very much in deep, like you get in PSC. But if you're preparing, if you have read the monthly compendiums and solve their quizzes, you are able to cover a 1 month current affair nicely.
Perfect. Like, have you ever prepared for any exams like UPSC? Because you seem to have a touch in studying newspapers. Because many people find it difficult to study newspapers. They take hours together to finish just a paper. So how did you do it?
I actually like to read newspaper. I have a bit of reading it since childhood, so I don't read it for the exam purpose. So that's it.
That's great. And what were your sources for GK, GS, and also general reasoning? What did you do? And even English.
So for GK, as I said, I studied monthly compendiums of GKIS and GK Today. And for general reasoning, I wasn't following any book or such. Like, you have got enough YouTube videos for that. Yeah. So there's enough content there. So I just watch their videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for general English?
For general English, for vocabulary, I studied this dictionary, Word Power Made Easy by
Okay.
Norman Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very great dictionary if one has to develop their vocabulary.
Okay.
But I also want to say the students who are preparing for this exam do have this habit of reading daily,
Okay.
because it will make your current affairs very good, and secondly, vocabulary will get it will get developed
That is
if you
good.
read.
And
Yeah.
there are a lot of like questions on synonyms, antonyms, and stuff. In
Yeah.
these exams. So,
Yeah.
did you have any particular list that you studied from synonyms, antonyms, or did you practice synonyms, antonyms? Like, how did you go about these kind of questions?
I actually, I just read the dictionary words that I have got with me,
Okay.
and I already was aggressively reading
Okay.
before, so I didn't have to practice separately for this synonyms and antonyms. I was just practicing the questions,
Okay.
which have come in different exam like banking, CAT exam. So you have got these questions in every exam.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's very enough content available online. One can check them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you tell the current affairs, you told me that you started strictly preparing from January, but you had a habit of reading newspapers since beginning.
Yeah.
So, like, how many months current affairs did you actually revise before exam? Because many people have this doubt; they're not certain on how many months they'll have to cover for NAIT or, for that matter, even CVT PG.
Yeah.
So, how many months did you cover?
I covered from October to May.
October to May, okay. And
Yeah.
how did you revise this current affairs? Did you revise it every week, every month? Like, how was the drill?
I revised it every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Like, how was your revision pattern? Like, what did you exactly do in that revision?
So, firstly, like in the first week, I'll like read about the recent current affairs that I've covered. In the
Okay.
second week, I will reread those current affairs and the previous notes that I have made.
Okay.
And then after 2 weeks, I'll solve the quizzes
Quizzes,
related
okay.
to them. Yeah,
That you
that's a
mentioned on GK today, right?
yes, right.
Okay, okay. And like, when you did all the drill and you finished all the current affairs, when you had a bit idea of what's going on in the world since October, was it helpful in NLU, NIIT? Were you able to solve all the GK questions or most of them? Like, what was the ratio of your coverage? Like, how much did you score in the GK and current affairs section?
I think there were like 20 questions
Okay.
in GK, and I was able to solve 12 or 13 out
Oh,
of them.
12 or 13 is a really good percentage
Yeah.
for that. That's really
Yeah.
great. So, most of it came from your sources itself.
Yeah.
That's great. Have you
And
solved?
for
Yeah,
you, Odisha, the GK is it's not that much tough.
exactly.
You just need to be very constant with current affair. That's for sure. You can't miss a day.
True.
Just read monthly compendiums and solve the quizzes. That's enough.
And
Yes.
for these, because GK today majorly covers this current affairs, but it doesn't cover the static GK. So, static GK, how did you go about it?
So for static, I follow this Lucent book.
Okay.
And
All you
I didn't
said.
cover, I didn't cover every topic from it.
Mhm.
So I just go through the topics that appear frequently in CUT and AMITSAT.
Okay.
So I just follow those topics.
Lucent GK, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. And did you refer any book as such for general listening, or as you mentioned, you just went with the online sources?
Yeah, I just went to. Actually, I didn't mention. So I have completed my 12th from math subject.
Oh, great. Mhm.
So I was always very good in logical reasoning.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
So I have a
great.
good hand on this subject, right?
That's good. That's good. And did you go through NLU NIIT's previous year questions of 2024? And
Yeah.
did you practice anything from?
Yeah, before preparation, I first go through it just to check the level of the questions that they're coming. So yeah, I was able to solve it.
Mhm.
And yeah, then I just get a little bit confidence that we can crack this paper. So then after that, I just started preparation for it.
And how much did you score in this NIIT 24 paper, the previous year question?
Previous year, I was scoring around 80.
Around 80. And this time you have scored 84. 87, my bad, 87.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. You have scored better. And did you
Yeah.
find any difference in 2024 to 25 paper NLU, because they haven't released the question paper yet on their website? So did you? Mhm.
I think some English questions I was finding a little bit difficult.
This
Like
time.
in terms of grammar, yeah, this time. Like the questions were little, the options were little confusing this
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from it, all other sections were almost at the same level.
It was doable. Like if someone reads and they can solve it at one go, there's no issue regarding it. But for logical reasoning, there was one question regarding sitting arrangement.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a little difficult for me. But if you spend a little bit of time over it, you can solve it.
Perfect. Did you follow any mock test for this NLU and NIET as such?
Yes. As you guys have launched mocks, so I just followed only that mocks. There were no other resources I opted for.
In fact, before this interview, I was actually going through your mock rank, how much you used to score and stuff. So, used to be around 7, 8, 9, around that range. So, how did you manage to get all India rank 3 in the actual exam? And if you observe a pattern, almost all the people. Yeah, tell me.
So when I saw the result and just checked it's 6, I was also like, how it happened, right? I don't know how it happened, but I just really don't have an answer for it.
Do you know this is a fact? Like in around like 20 people used to regularly write the mock test that we used to offer, and among that, the top 3, around 5 people got into NLU Odisha among the top 20. Among the 20 people who used to write it, and in that, the top 3 who used to score, they have scored around 16th, 17th, 18th rank, and you are the one who was at 8th or 9th and got the 6th rank. So that's actually a shocking fact.
Okay, but I think while giving the mocks, I have some difficulty, right? I was losing marks on that, so I just tried to work on those questions. I think that's the reason I got a good rank. I think I worked over it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So, what else do you suggest anyone who's studying for NLU and NIET? Like, what should they, how should they go about it? And many people, what they do is they just go with one exam. They just focus on one exam. They don't even write other exams. But what do you recommend? What do you suggest them? Like, how should they approach this law exams in general?
Yeah. First of all, I would say that majority of the students give CUET and NLSAT.
Yeah.
So I think NLU Odisha is not at all a tough exam for them if they are simultaneously preparing for them, right? And it's a very easy exam if someone takes it in a very structured manner. If you are doing a structured preparation, so as I mentioned, first of all, develop this daily habit of reading. Okay. That's really important. Like if you want to pursue law, this is the most fundamental skill that a lawyer should know, right?
That's true.
And secondly, if I talk subject-wise, for English, for vocabulary, as I mentioned, Word Power Made Easy is a very decent dictionary. You can go through it. And if you're reading it, you are developing enough vocabulary. And the exam didn't ask this much sophisticated words.
Okay.
So no much issue regarding that. Secondly, for grammar, there's enough content available in YouTube videos. You can just go through it. And for synonyms questions, just firstly go through this year and past year paper of NLSAT just to get an idea what exam is actually asking.
Okay.
Right? So for this much is for English. For current affairs, as I mentioned, don't make daily notes.
Exactly. Even I profess the same thing. There's no point in making notes.
That's not, because we are not giving a UPSC exam, right? So you just need to follow consistently monthly compendiums.
Okay.
And follow their quizzes. Do it on a rightly manner and revise those questions.
Perfect.
And for logical reasoning, you have just developed the concepts of critical reasoning and basic analytical reasoning and solve their questions. There are also many books available, but I didn't follow any of them. Like if someone wants to approach a book, they can refer to them. There are many available.
Could you recommend some of these books that you know?
I actually haven't followed any books, so I don't know. Right now, I don't know the name, but I'll mention it later in this channel.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And did you have any issues with the time management? Because there are 100 questions, 120 minutes. So did you have any issues with the time management as such?
Actually, while I was giving exam, I was actually having a lot of problems. So I still remember that only 30 minutes were left, and I was left with so many questions. I was thinking how I will be able to, complete it, but I did it anyhow. But luckily before the exam, I did the mocks. I did 5 mocks, so I get an idea actually how to manage the time. Yeah, so I think giving mocks is really important. It just helps you in effectively manage your time.
That's absolutely true. In fact, giving mocks. Tell me.
Most importantly, I would say that students don't get stressed.
Yeah.
You know, it won't really help at all. Just be confident with whatever the learning you have, what are the concepts you have learned, and just believe yourself. You can able to crack it. That's it.
In fact, you mentioned about the mocks as well, because the mocks that we made, many students found it a bit, it overlaps with the actual exam. So they found it a bit helpful as well regarding it. So that's
Yeah.
good. And like, what else? What's your future plans? Would you like to go to corporate or litigation, or like what else? What are you thinking after completing LLB?
Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, I really don't have any, insight where I want to, what I want to pursue. As I've read about corporate, I've read about litigation, and it's really interesting. Both the fields are really good. But I would love to explore in my first year, and then I'll decide where I wanted to go.
That's great. That's great, Kareena. And you have an exam coming up tomorrow. All the best for it. And
Thank
sorry
you.
for taking your time today. And we'll just conclude the video here. And thank you
Okay.
so much. Thank you so much for sharing your journey and with such honesty and clarity. From handling
Yes.
pressure and staying consistent as well by reading newspaper every day.
Yeah.
That will help a lot of students. And also, if you have any tips or tricks, you can just drop in our Telegram channel anytime you want, and that will
Yeah,
help
sure, I'll do
student
that.
community a lot. And yeah, thank you. Peace out.
Thank you.
Are you preparing for 3-year LLB entrance exams but feeling overwhelmed and unsure where to start? Do you struggle with finding the right resources, guidance, and clarity, all in one place? Tired of institutions selling just mock tests or rebranding old materials meant for other exams and charging a fortune for it? Introducing Lawfren, your one-stop solution for 3-year LLB entrance exams. Lawfren brings you cutting-edge tools to supercharge your preparation. With our exams portal, you can participate in live All India tests and instantly see your rank, giving you real-time insights into your performance. Practice questions on individual topics, sharpen your skills, and get exam ready with confidence. Lawfren, aim to be